This is how you focus things. Alright, awesome. Hey there guys, it's time for another monthly update coming at you. So, April's wrapped up, and yeah, a couple of interesting things have been happening. I really do already at this point recommend going and checking out the IP Instagram if you haven't done that already. It's going to be right here. And that's where I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff on some current builds and projects that I'm working on. Cool stuff. I'm trying to get myself activated on Twitter as well, because apparently that's the place to be. My issue is that I'm always so adamant on using Facebook for everything, but it's kind of dying out and nobody's on Facebook, so I'm gonna still put all the stuff there as well, but I'm gonna start putting in more effort toward Instagram and Twitter. So be sure to check those out. So happy I got my new glasses today. It's really strange. I'm not used to this yet, but at least I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Stupid joke. If you do, however, follow the Instagram account, you might have seen me working on this new little project. Not gonna say what it is if you haven't seen me talk about it on a live stream or anything like that, but those who know what it is, and those who don't will find out soon enough. The inlays are still being worked on. There's a bit to go. I'll tell you what, sanding and filing down 3mm brass is not fun if you haven't inlaid it in far enough. I spent the first 4 hours of my birthday last week sanding, and I still have half a mil to go. Speaking of brass, and I'm not exaggerating when I do this, so I noticed that in my late grandfather's workshop there was a pile of brass plates, and I checked out what size they were. They're the perfect size for nut blanks. So now I can't lift it with one hand. So I have a box of brass nut blanks for basically a lifetime, or inlays, or I don't know, back plates for the bigger parts and stuff like that. But that's gonna last me a good while, because I've been looking for a nut material to use, and that kind of solved my issue very quickly. And besides, I've always liked brass nuts anyways. When it comes down to trying out new things, I want to first try it out on my personal guitars, so that I don't screw up anything that would be going out to a customer or for sale. So I took my 8-string Harley Benton. Yes, I have a Harley Benton guitar. And I took out the frets, put in resin inlays, and learned a whole lot of things of what not to do. That's why they're not as great as they can be. But now I know how to do it properly for the next one. And I put on red perlite binding. I took away the MDF top and the MDF back. Literally there was like 8mm or 4mm. I don't know, wait. What does it go as for? So yeah, 4 or 5mm. The entire back was MDF, as was the front, just to hide all these knots in the wood. And what turned out to actually look like a fairly cool looking piece. Then I filled them up with resin and stained that resin orange, which was also another experiment, testing whether I can stain resin, and I can. In the upcoming week, I have been back in Finland for an entire year. And yeah, it's been a long haul. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty rough coming back home with literally no money and trying to build up this whole guitar business. I spent a lot of time working on the rebrand, trying to make the best quality things that I can make from, you know, my apartment. There's still things that I haven't shown you guys, and I cannot wait to show you, but it's just not the right time yet. There are some guitars in the works, some big news coming up, but I can't talk about it up until everything's ready and good to go. And I know that it sucks that it's like you're watching this very slow process, but guitar building is not cheap. And I literally, my day job, I work as a bartender. So any excess money that I don't spend on food for the dog, rent, bills, I will use on working on guitars. And the fact is that there's just not too much left over to work on them efficiently enough, so I can't rent out a workspace a lot of the time. But, you know, it's a slow process, but I'm really happy with everything I'm churning out so far. Learning as I go. This is definitely a learning experience, that's for damn sure. Yeah, I just, I want to show you guys. I really want to show all kinds of cool things to you guys, but not yet. There's cool stuff coming up. I can promise you that much. The throwback baritone is finished. I think I showed that in the last video. Wrath is finished. A couple of other guitars are finished. Banshee, the 8-string, and the Mystery Project are going to be finished very quickly. And then a couple of other guitars are almost there. And then there's some really cool things coming up with actually client-based work and artist-based work. So keep your eyes out for that. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I mentioned the interview with basically the finished version of the BBC, and that's, I don't know what's happening with that. I have an odd feeling that for the show that the ratings weren't quite high enough, so it might not be running anymore. I hope that's not the case, and if it does come out, I'll try and figure out some way of showing you guys how that turned out. I at least have some footage of it, so I'll have to see if I can actually release that or not. I'm gonna go ahead, stop this video here, and go edit it so I actually get it out today. This is literally, I am filming this on the 30th, so wish me luck. Well, if you're seeing this on the 30th, then yay, I succeeded. If you're seeing this on the 1st, then I failed. And you can laugh at me in the comments. Alright, but hey, I'm gonna go now, so this doesn't go on for way too long. And I'll see you guys next month. Bye.